Language Learning Series, How to be Fluent in English.
So let's talk about it. How do you actually become fluent in English? I mean, not just good enough to get by, but genuinely, confidently fluent. We're about to break down a method that might just change everything for you. It all kicks off with this number right here, 3,000. Now, what do you think that is? The number of hours you gotta study? Nah, the amount of money you need to shell out? Not even close.
3,000. That's it. That is the magic number of words you need to understand, get this, a whopping 95% of everyday spoken English. So we've got our target. The real question is, how in the world do we get there? And honestly, that is the million-dollar question, right? Because how you learn those 3,000 words, well, that makes all the difference. It's the gap between finally succeeding and just feeling frustrated and stuck.
Look, most of us have probably been down this road before. We've sat in those classrooms, maybe hired tutors, or tried to memorize those endless, boring vocabulary lists. And what's the usual outcome? It's slow, it's incredibly dull, and let's be real, it can get super expensive. If that sounds at all familiar, trust me, you are not alone.
But what if I told you there was a better way? A way that's more natural, way more effective, and frankly, a lot more enjoyable? Well, it turns out the solution is probably simpler than you've been led to believe. It's this idea called comprehensible input. And the core concept is actually really simple. We pick up a language when we understand the message, not when we force ourselves to memorize a bunch of rules. It's all about understanding, not just studying.
Okay, that sounds great in theory, right? But what does that actually look like in the real world? How does it work? Let me just show you.
All right, just imagine we're outside taking a walk. I point and say, "This is a dog." You see the animal, you hear the words. You don't need a dictionary, right? Your brain just makes that connection instantly. It's all about context and visuals.
Now imagine I point to two patches of grass, and I say, this grass is taller, this grass is shorter. Instantly, you see the difference. You understand taller and shorter through a simple, clear comparison. No translation needed.
Then I might say, these are lemons, this is a car. You see what's happening here? Even if you miss a word, your brain is working hard. It's learning through what it sees, through the context, and through repetition. You start guessing, and you know what? You're probably right.
And here's the really cool part. This one method does everything at once. You're not just learning vocabulary in a list. You're hearing the correct pronunciation. You're absorbing grammar and sentence structure naturally, and your listening skills are getting a massive boost. And the big one? You actually start to think in English.
Okay, so maybe you're sold on the idea, but how do you turn this concept into a real daily habit? Well, here's a simple but super powerful strategy you can start using today.
It's a really straightforward three-step plan. Watch, reinforce, and memorize. Let's break down exactly what each of these steps looks like.
Step 1 is all about intake. You watch videos that are specifically designed with comprehensible input. And while you're watching, you're not just passive, you're actively listening, maybe even trying out shadowing. That's when you repeat what you hear. You'll start to notice grammar and sentence structure without even thinking about it. No textbook needed.
Step 2 is all about making it stick. After you watch, you can use a tool like ChatGPT to really lock in what you've learned. You can ask for definitions, get more examples, and even create little mini quizzes for yourself. And the best part? If you're stuck, you can ask for explanations in your own language, which makes it totally customized to your level. Now, this last step is totally optional, but man, it's powerful. If you want to make sure you never forget a word, you can use something called a spaced repetition system, or SRS, like Anki. You make digital flashcards, and the software shows them to you right before you're about to forget, locking them into your long-term memory. But hey, if that's not your style, just reviewing the words on your own time works great too. So, we have the method. But why is this three-step plan so ridiculously effective? Well, it all comes down to efficiency.
4 times. This isn't just a small improvement we're talking about. This is a huge leap in learning efficiency. But what does that actually mean for you?
It means that this method is 4 times more effective than sitting in a traditional classroom. Think about that for a second. A focused, 15-minute comprehensible input video can give you the same learning value as a full hour of classroom instruction. That's a total game changer. Above all else, please remember this. It's a journey. And yeah, there will be challenges, but fluency is absolutely within your reach. The key is just to find a method that clicks for you and to stick with it. Whatever you do, don't give up. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. After all the grammar drills and all the vocabulary lists, could it be that true, simple understanding was the missing piece of the puzzle all along?